Okay, I'm going to shelter myself as best I can here. Beautiful sighting of these red hartebeests with a lot of young. Slightly different age groups. Shame, and I think they're feeling the conditions at the moment. They're just keeping their bodies close to the ground, conserving the heat and absorbing some of the heat from the surface of the land. Looks like there's still one or two pregnant ones there. So some of the young have moved off into the shelter. And one of them just sitting down there that you can barely see. Camouflage is just so great. Yeah, so we see the red hartebeest out here quite a bit. We see these red hartebeest here quite a bit. Nice environment for them, nice and open, plenty grassland, and there is some water not too far away. So I just want to bring up that we are celebrating wild babies, and baby season is definitely upon us, and we're super excited about all the cuteness and clumsiness that is about to flood the screens. So as we anticipate the dropping of the impala lambs here, I think it's going to be a few more weeks before that happens, but we would still like for you to join us from the 10th to the 13th of November as we welcome and celebrate our little babies during these sunset safaris by going through some of the best and funniest moments up to date. Yo, that wind is pushing. Feels like the dashboard is going to rip off. It's an interesting question, Brad. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know the anatomy of hartebeest all that well, but it's a very interesting question. Let me give it a think. I know their bellies definitely swell up. Yeah, definitely worth some research on that. I'm sure something like that might happen. I mean, they do need to prepare themselves for birth. And it's quite interesting. Myself and Morgan, when we got back to our accommodation, we saw so many baby hartebeests that we couldn't believe what we were seeing. There were so many. There must have been more than 20 or so. It's always lovely to see the animals giving birth and that they are, providing young. It's always a good sign that they're in a healthy state and they're happy in their environment when they're giving birth and they're courting and all of that. If an animal is not happy in the environment, it's not likely to breed. Yeah, the young one is up. So, and that one is probably maybe a week old. Still very, very young. It's actually it's not far from where the lions have been recorded from early this morning. So I do hope these young do take care out there, that they are not alone in the bush. Tristan, I suppose they do look a little bit brown. Now, if we have a look at a very territorial, dominant red hartebeest bull, he is a little bit different in coloration to these females and young that you're seeing here. The bulls do become slightly reddish, not red like your classic red color, but they do look slightly more reddish orangey than this. So that, it just became called Red Hartebeest. I think because of the observation of those big, beautiful bulls. But the females are quite light, and especially the young. Young are very light in coloration, so that when they do lie down in the grass or amongst termite mounds, etc., that they need to blend in, because they're very vulnerable from birth up until at least the first year of their life.